out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And a round is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Pacheco once again. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Down at the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 25, here's second down and 8. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Mahomes on third.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Jody Fortson.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Chiefs are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
So still 14 yards to go, second down.
To throw, it's Allen.
Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in.
And down he'll go at the 25. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
56.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
56.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Flush to his right. This is caught. It's Hardy. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. But big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. after the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To the air, Allen. This will be caught inside the 10. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
They go with the empty set there, 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
Allen now looks to throw, and this one too low.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there,
touchdown, Bills! Allen on target there is Stephon Diggs, and the Bills are able to add on to their first half lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Our last chance.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Keep it going. Take it to him.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never ended up. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So what happened here at the end of the half is a turnover leads to 3 more points.
And this has certainly been an opportunistic bunch here in this first half, and they're playing complementary football. Defense takes it away, turns it over to the offense. They converted it into points.
Richie James on the return. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out and take pride in your work and try and put something together here in the second half.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That is caught. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And quickly, they get to the line.
First down, Kansas City.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Kadarius Toney. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bills' 49-yard line.
2nd and a couple. Running left to give to Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
4 receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Yeah, the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
15.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Once more, it's Pacheco.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Chiefs are able to at least get 1 score back.
Butker on for the PAT. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one is pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a four-way drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Brought down by Willie Gay.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd and 5.
Now Allen. Escaping the pressure right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Sam Martin now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
Here's James returning.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
59 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 31 yards.
And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is down to 24.
Chiefs 21.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Come on, show them what you got.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Throwing now is Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And the Bills, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Now Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful. They've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And that one to the right side and incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And the Chiefs are going to get him. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Touchdown, baby. Get a touchdown. Come on.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by